we will be discussing some of the major highlights from the swearing-in ceremony of the ministers designate. It definitely was a colorful ceremony yesterday. We'd like to hear your own thoughts on all the various highlights. I tried to crack a joke earlier with the Lily saying that if they don't adhere to the master plan of your view on TVC, they will go down. They didn't get the joke. For those of us who watched...
No, I got the joke.
Only you got the joke. But for those of us who watched... For those of us who watched the Honorable Minister of the FCT or FCT yesterday would have gotten the joke because he has told them that if you have any illegal structures, you will go down.
Yeah.
If you know any minister, know anybody you think you have high up there, I don't care, you will go down.
Hurricane Wike
has come
to Abuja.
Okay, maybe that's what I should say that.
Yes, Hurricane Wike.
But they made a clap back, say that, listen, there are more things they need in FCT. It's not about pulling down structures.
Yeah.
We need recreational centers, we need
various
needs for FCT. So it's beyond pulling down structures. So we hope that he realizes that. But what are your own highlights of yesterday? And we'd also like to hear from our viewers. Call us on the numbers on your screen: 081-076-41679, 090-241-63440. Send us your messages on Twitter or on YouTube. Would love to read your messages. So, which one of them jumped at you?
It's Hurricane Wike now.
Yeah, still a Wike matter.
No, not just the speech, but the drama that Wike carries. You know, the paper carried that when he was called, he was like the most popular appointee. Everybody was clapping. This is the only PDP person that is serving in this administration, obviously, but he seemed to come across as a very popular person, and there was a lot of applause, the drama between himself and the president. But I think that I'm excited about the Beta Idu appointment, sad about Okotete and the drama with that, and I'm looking forward to what Beta will be able to do because she has a huge responsibility. The humanitarian part of the Ministry of Humanitarian is saddled with the responsibility of IDPs. And the stories we keep hearing about IDP is not good. So what I would expect is she goes on a tour of all the IDP camps, and it is not an official tour. It is an incommunicado tour, like unofficially she's showing up. Of course, being protected, we want her life. We value her too much. We don't want any risk coming to her, but we want her to show up and be able to see what is going on in the IDP camps. And we want a yam pepper scatter. Let it yam pepper ishuata yon yam pepper scatter.
Let it just scatter. Anyways,
but we want like an expose of all the people that are culpable. Let there be consequences.
Wait, everybody will sit. That's what Nigerians want. Or just come in and do fire brigade. But it's not about that. It's not until you arrest. Because some people actually want to fix the problem. They want to solve problem. Because when we see them arresting and scattering, for us, they're working. But that's not the work.
No.
The work is not about scattering. No, I get your point.
I know.
But the consequences should not be focused on. Because if this government wants to focus on the issues we have, you waste your time. But if you want to fix the problem, you find a solution.
But you can't fix the problem without facing the consequences.
Yeah, but
without facing the causes.
Yes.
And that is why you have to go for those people. Because let me tell you, if you start to arrest people like that,
shouldn't I use my resources, YK, to fix the problem that I used to arrest? I'd rather use my limited resources to solve the problem.
How are you going to fix the problem without arresting the people?
Can be done simultaneously. But I also get what you're saying because a lot of there was some backlash. Would I say backlash or opinion, contrary opinion to what people described as Hurricane Wike. They thought that that's not the best attitude to go into this job with, where you're already going threatening people, you know. So I think sometimes let's come in with let's be a little circumspect in our speech so that we first gain trust is what we're saying. Gain trust first, and then but the truth is you must do both at the same time. You cannot start one, because if you say you focus all your resources on fixing the problem, it will still end up with those who are destroying the work. But then if you say you're just going to chase criminals down, then you will not have time to do the work. So it has to be done at the same time.
Yes, arrest them. We'll be the same to criticize you when you
say, what have you done?
You see, for me, I think that I'm hoping that Wike is not all noise, you know, because for me, I like the people that are quiet, action.
I love that too.
Yeah. But sometimes...
But when you come and you say, I don't care who you are, minister, so somebody was asking on the radio this morning, so if it's the president that has really go and knock down the president's house, he should be careful of what he's saying.
So,
if it is his own house, really go and knock it down. So please, we want action. We don't want mouth. Okay. That's all I would say about.
Let's talk about the other parts of what happened.
Has never been my fan. I've never been his fan. Morayo loves him too.
No, we love his drama.
That's not true.
You love his drama too.
No, he gives us
on the show, YK, let me maybe just because I forgot. The show is about highlighting things. We dramatize. Do I know that? Have I ever met Dangote? I don't know him, but I call him my uncle because it's not my person like that.
I know you don't know him.
Just use those things to
what I'm saying is
drama, not because
you love his drama.
Personal relationship.
I've never loved his drama. You love Wike's drama.
He gives us content because the show is about
you have acted some of his
don't mind the
scripts.
I've acted, it doesn't mean I like it.
That's it. It's show business. Really, it's about business of show.
So he's doing show.
So it's the drama that was.
That's my problem.
I mean,
is he doing?
I like his glasses though.
All right, let's move on to the other parts of
yes,
yesterday.
There are
a lot of the ballet and kneeling down. There were a few of those that happened yesterday.
I loved her too. What's her name?
Musawa.
I loved her. Very
Tell us more.
She was just, she spoke well.
She has serious pedigree, and she's somebody that's obviously well educated.
And I think she's going to. I hope
she does well.
I hope she's going to do a good job. But she seemed very. I love.
But I hear she was
so
emotional.
So in the papers, I found it a bit funny because we had a conversation some weeks back, and Tope was, she was like, when you Google Hannatu Musawa now, all you see is she cried, and she would like for her to come on our show sometime so that we can see her for who she really is beyond the emotions. And then the papers go ahead and say, Hannatu Musawa cried again. I'm like, I know she did other things. She spoke well. She represented herself well. But you choose to highlight the crying again.
You see hot tears of joy.
Oh, gosh.
Hot tears of joy rolled down her eyes as her citation was being read. So,
and they also reminded us that she cried again. Remember?
Yes,
finishing.
They now said that as the presidential spokesman was the anchor for the event, he said, Hannatu, daughter of Second Republic politician, also cried in front of the senators during her screening as she recounted how she treated in cola nuts. So, yes, Hannatu Musa is an emotional person, but she's more than that. And we should stop reporting in this way. And that's why we are asking Hannatu Musa,
Musawa,
please, we would like to interview you on your view. We would profile you beyond the hot tears.
Marketer, let's move on now to Lola Adejon. She knelt before the president, and obviously that people were going on and on. And I was just like, we pick and choose where we want to add culture or not culture. So suddenly we're like, oh, why is she kneeling down? It's just somebody called it eye service. Somebody's calling all sort of things. I'm thinking, she's kneeling down before somebody who is older. It's respect. It's cultural.
So am I supposed to
so that makes...
I will see him. And I will not kneel down to, like, what am I? It's just not normal. Even if he's the president and I'm coming in as a minister, the point is, it's still the age that we must respect.
And I think that also plays into this conversation where we're having, like, what is our culture? What is us? What is the...
Not defined it.
Yes, we need to define it, because there was one time, the last administration, where we had the president handing out, remember, the awards, and we had the entertainer, I've forgotten her name right now, and many people, there was a lot of conversation about how she received that award. It didn't look like she respected the president. There were some people who cut it a bit.
Musician,
Tenny, yes. She didn't cut, they referred, they highlighted those that at least bowed their heads or curtsy. She seemed to just walk past him. And we criticized that. And now we have someone who is kneeling down, and then we'll criticize. So we need to choose what we would like to, how we would like to address our elders in Nigeria. If that person had come before the King of England and had curtsied, we would have thought, oh, that's such a well-brought-up, polite person,
I thought she was well put together. That's Lola Adejon. I loved her corporate look. She looked like she's going there to do work. She wasn't there for fanfare with Gele or... Even with some with Gele, I liked.
Stereotyping.
Some with Gele, I liked. I liked Hannatu.
Yeah.
But I just thought she looked right. She was
Ready
ready
for
to,
action.
Because she's wearing
it
a
was-
woman suit.
She was going. No, she was wearing a dress. It was probably made in Nigeria.
We're having a shoot.
I'm just trying to let
He
you
had
know.
Ankara.
I'm trying to pick on
she had
YK
Ankara.
because YK is out playing because somebody's wearing suit.
No,
Suddenly
she
you
looked
look like
as
you're
if she's
serious.
there to do. She's there serious.
Okay.
Ready to do her job. She prostrated.
But based on her
and
lifestyle.
she bowed.
I'm
She
knelt
can't
down.
sit.
Not based on her lifestyle, based on her CV and what she's always done. This is how she dresses
All of them
most
have
of the
great
time.
CV. Let's talk about the gentleman that bowed down, the Minister of Steel Development, Shoaib.
Is that one like he slept?
Why?
Fully frustrated.
Oh my God, why can't
the
no,
floor.
He
why?
started
We
it,
need
I mean,
to choose. How do we greet our elders or our superiors
So-
in public? How would we like to do it?
They're different cultures, right?
Yes, but what can we? Let's have like a formal.
So I don't think
can't have
so.
universal.
I think we can't have it universal because that's the beauty of our country.
culture.
However, I think he was respecting the culture of the president because if it was
Yes,
somebody
he's
else,
not-
he probably wouldn't do that. But you know the Yoruba man did that. They won't prostrate. Let me quickly prostrate for him because in
He
his
was
own
brought up
view.
in a Yoruba place where
No,
because
no,
I
I don't
had
know.
issues with my mother-in-law because she was expecting that as a Yoruba girl, I was going to be kneeling down
Every
time. But I wasn't brought up. I was a Yoruba person, but was not brought up. I'm a Yoruba person, not brought up within that space of every time you're kneeling down. So sometimes the expectation could also be
So
that
you would have seen the president and not kneel down.
now
wait.
with the experience,
Motituremi? Okay, gotcha.
Not my parents had been me, but I did not obey. Now, as an adult, when I saw the issue in my marriage and the fact that something as simple as just kneeling down would have solved the problem, I started kneeling down more. So now I will not see that kind of person and not kneel down to greet the person.
Okay, we're going to go on a quick break. When we come back, there's so many other parts of this inauguration because
You don't need that and greet
stay
me.
with us. We'll be right back.
Ganga. I like that.
Hey.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.